Hello, welcome to my video. I'd like to go through my little golden books collection. I was already looking through all of my children's books, and I have so many little golden books that I felt like, here, you can see their little golden spines, although a couple have silver spines. I don't know why that is, but you can see them. I wanted to go through them. I have so many that I figured I should dedicate a whole video to it instead of adding it to my children's books collection. So that's that. So, alright, let's get started. I figured we'd start with the ones that I added as I got older, because I do collect them. Like when I see them in a thrift store, I can't help but grab one. And then we'll look at the ones that I grew up reading that I read 1,000 times each, and that's what we'll do. So anyway, so the first is A Day on the Farm. It's so cute. Look at the cat. I love that little cat. Anyway, so I don't even know if I've read it at all. It's by Nancy Fielding Hullock. Pictures by John P. Miller. But I love farm stuff. I want to live in a little farmhouse with 2 goats and name them Groundskeeper Willie and Lunch Lady Doris, and have chickens, and like that's the dream. So, A Day on the Farm, I couldn't resist. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Of course, I've heard of The Tale of Peter Rabbit, but I didn't grow up reading it or anything. But I got it at a thrift store, and it's so cute. It's by Beatrix Potter. So, how could you go wrong? The Elves and the Shoemaker. So cute. This is not the copy that I grew up reading, although I did grow up reading it. I loved it, but this was not the copy. The copy was from this fairy tale collection. So, that's that. Where is the Bear? And I adore bears. Grizzly bears are my absolute favorite animal on the planet. Even more than cats, but don't tell the cats. But, oh, I just love grizzly bears. Everything about them, they're just adorable. Like, seriously, if I die in a freak accident, I will most likely have a tombstone that reads, "Here lies Kim, she pet a bear." There you go. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. This one's older, like a different edition. And I just, like I said, I can't resist a little golden book. I just can't. It's the sickness. I'm okay with it. Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. This was back when Snow White was Snow White. And, old-fashioned Disney. The stuff I grew up on. And I don't think I've ever read that one, but obviously I've seen the movie. Who hasn't? Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. Again, it's not my favorite Winnie the Pooh, but I do love it. And, again, thrift store. The Color Kittens. It's by Margaret Wise Brown. This one was 89 cents back when it was first published. So cute. I just love that. So that's that one. The Christmas Story. Obviously, I've read the Bible. Well, I don't know that that's so obvious nowadays, but I have read the Bible. But I've never read this little, little golden book about it. But it looks like it sticks to the story. The wise men don't show up at the nativity, so that's a good sign. So, yeah. Anyway. So that's that. Big Bird's Day on the Farm. I don't think I've ever read this one. He has a teddy bear. I, support anybody with a teddy bear. I love teddy bears. It goes back to the grizzly bear thing. I have 2 teddy bears sitting on my bed right now. Hi, bears. Anyway, so that's cute. I grew up listening to the read-alongs on LP. I don't think I have any of them. But, like little, I don't think, is LP the right terminology for it? There's like the little 45 records, so that's what that was. The Velveteen Rabbit did not grow up on this story, but I do like it. And I have it in a little golden book. The Country Mouse and the City Mouse. I used to watch Tom and Jerry a lot. And they had this, like in Tom and Jerry cartoons or some variation of that. So that's what I grew up knowing the story. Like, I didn't read it in a book. ABC is for Christmas. I don't think I grew up reading this. I do not like the artwork in it. Don't tell, but yeah, the artwork is just kind of not for me. The Animal Dictionary, again, I did not grow up on this. However, B is for bear, and I support that message. But yeah, this is another thrift store one. But it is from my generation of reading them. Oh, it was even printed in 1979, so this is the year I was born. There you go. Alright, so the ones I did grow up reading, these ones I read into the ground. I read them thousands of times, just over and over. These are my absolute go-tos. I even have 2 copies of one of them, and yeah, these are the GOAT as far as like what I grew up reading. If you have had different books that you grew up reading that were little golden books, please tell me what your favorites are down below. Oh, I'm feeling sneezy. It's too dusty down here. Okay. Anyway, so these are my favorites. I'm going to save my favorite one for last. So it's kind of like a countdown. Are there 10? Because that's, you know. Nope, there are, well, yes, there are 10 because 2 of these are the same. So this is my top 10. So, in no particular order until we get to the end with the last 2. Scuffy, the Tugboat. I loved this book. I read the stuffing out of this book. It is just, oh, so cool. This man and his son were playing with a plastic boat, and he didn't like just playing in the bathtub. He was bored. They took him out to put him in a little stream, and he went down the river and had an adventure. Very cool. Read this book. Alright, so, Mr. Dog. My great-grandma had a garbage bag in her closet in her bedroom, and when I went there, I would go and get the bag out of the closet, and all of her toys for me, and you know, things to entertain me, so I didn't play with her souvenirs from all of her travels, like her little African box with the snake that would pop out when you slid it, and I broke it. Anyway, she had toys for me, so I wouldn't mess with her stuff, but I still did. But she had this book in that garbage sack, and it was my least favorite little golden book, but it was in, you know, it was in the bag, so, you know, when you're at great-grandma's house, you read this book. So, I have new appreciation for it as an older person, but, you know, like at the time, it's like, really? Get some better books. But whatever. Jingle Bells. I read this for Christmas all the time. It's a new story based by Kathleen N. Daly, based on the traditional Christmas Carol. So, I read this all the time. I don't even remember it, but I know that I read it a lot. Tootle. It's so cute. A story by Gertrude Crampton. I don't even remember this one, but I know that I read it so much. Staying on the rails no matter what. So he learned how to be a locomotive. I don't know. Oh, he was playing in a meadow instead of being on the tracks. Shame on him. I don't remember it, but I did read it all the time, so I don't know how I don't remember it. maybe because I read this one about a train way more. The Little Red Caboose. This one has seen better days. But, oh, I love the illustrations from this. Like, again, look at the cows. So cute. I wonder if that's the same guy that illustrated The Day on the Farm. Maybe not. Pictures by John P. Miller. This was when they were 69 cents. Pictures by Tibber Gurgley? I don't know. Anyway, so it's not the same guy, but I just like those cows. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're coming down. These are my top, like, 5 books. So, The New Baby. And it's by Esther Wilkin. And pictures by Eloise Wilkin, so perhaps that's her sister. And it was formerly titled Baby Deer. My copy was called Baby Deer. So this one was not my copy, but it is the story that I grew up reading all the time. So it's about a little girl, and she gets a baby doll because her mom had a new baby. And that was like to help her relate or whatever, so she would take care of her baby while her mommy took care of the new baby. I loved this little girl's hair. I still do. So, that's that. The New Baby. Baby Deer. Little Red Riding Hood. This one was when it was 59 cents. Oh, inflation. As told by Mabel Watts. But I loved the pictures. Look at this woman. I love her. Ah. So anyway, that was her mother. And I love this. Like, look at the wolf. He's sneaky, but he's trying to be cute. But you can tell he's sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. They've got a tail sticking out of the back of their pants. They're trouble. Run away. The tawny, scrawny lion. He's so cute. Ah. He was hungry. He could never get enough to eat. He chased everything. He chased monkeys on Mondays, kangaroos on Tuesdays, zebras on Wednesdays, bears on Thursdays, camels on Fridays, and Saturday, elephants. And he caught everything he ran after. And he should have been fat, but he wasn't. The more he ate, the scrawnier and hungrier he became. Sounds like he has worms, but whatever it is, I read that all the time when I was a kid. Well, this is my second favorite little golden book. So beloved, I have 2. The monster at the end of this book, starring lovable, furry old Grover. And it's written by John Stone. And, I mean, what can I say? I have 2 copies. It's just so cute. But Grover, of course, is a bit of a scaredy cat, and he reads the title that there's a monster at the end of this book, and it freaks him out, and he spends a whole book telling you not to read any more of the book, because if we don't get to the end of the book, then we can't find the monster. So he's trying to stop us from reading the book. So good. So good. Okay, so drum roll. I'm not going to do it because I sound like that old man from the National Lampoon's Christmas Carol when I try to do a drum roll, so let's just not. But The Saggy Baggy Elephant. I read this one 1,000 times. It's by K and B Jackson, so I don't know if that's a married couple or whatever. But it's about a little elephant, and he gets separated from his people, and somebody makes fun of him for having saggy baggy skin. I think it's a parrot who does it. And he goes around and he's talking to others, and it's a great story about bullying, and like the tiger tries to offer to help him, and then the alligator tries to help him lose some of that skin, and the lion, and anyways, lots of scary stuff. And then finally he finds his people. I guess that's a spoiler, but whatever. So cute. And I just love it. It's about like learning to love yourself. So there you go. So those are my little golden books. It only took 15 minutes. I thought it would take much longer, but you know, maybe as I find more copies of more golden books, then it'll take forever. Won't that be something? But I have more space on the shelf, so I can definitely add more. And I think that's all for today. So thank you for watching, and have a good night.